starter, and we welcome him back in a brand new ride, the MA Motorsports machine, Mark Alkis from Berlin, Connecticut.
Car number 69 will be next. A driver from East Hartford in the Mary's Custom Pleating car. Here's Carlos Gray.
The LaPooch Motorsports brings us to 71 from West Reading, Connecticut, Peter LaPooch.
Then it will be Stormin Norman in car number 8, a 3-time Dare Stock champion. In the Sears & Sons landscaping car, it is Norm Sears.
Car number 12 will start next, and that, of course, will be Rick Dulac with Vinnie Anglace with the number 95, scheduled to start scratch. Green is out, and we are underway. And David Arute is the current leader as Jay Goff is up on the wheel on the outside, Matt.
And Goff trying to take the lead in a very difficult way, going to the outside of David Arute. And Arute is able to tomahawk his way off the corner. They are dead even, body pierced together, heading into the first turn.
Trouble now into turn number 1. We've got a problem. 2 cars tangled, Ted Kane, and I believe the second car is the Whiz Kid, and that is the number 28 machine of Albert Wizialko.
And Denise Wheeler just had to get Tony Mabrino. They had substantial damage on that car last week, and they were up until 3 a.m. at Raceworks after the race here at Stafford.
Yep.
And then they took it to Thompson on the next day, and he was able to win. So they did a great job getting that car back together. So he has a pretty dedicated team. He'll be the first to tell you that. That is, Alexandra Fern said in her Victory Lane comments tonight that it is a team effort, and it certainly is the case for Tony Mabrino Jr., and he would be the first person to tell you that.
Okay, showtime. 1 lap up on the board, 19 to go. Here's the green, and it's still David Arute by inches into turn 1, but Jay Goff is applying the pressure, but Mabrino and Farino, the point contenders, are right there. Mabrino gives a power assist to David Arute.
And here is Goff on the outside, and when that car is right, it usually does very well on the outside, Grove. Joey Farino, not in his comfort zone. He usually likes to be on the inside.
Certainly is, but David Arute keeps digging. Mabrino, again with that power assist. A little bit of oomph to get David Arute in command as Goff slips up the racetrack. Joey Farino is there, Matt.
And Farino now is moved down low where he does his best work. David Arute is being surrounded, hounded, confounded by Jay Goff on the outside. He is not giving up as they turbo their way into the 4th quarter. Look at Goff, the firecracker on the outside groove.
He certainly is. They are almost 3 wide further back. Joseph Graff working his magic, and Vinnie Anglace has come from the parking lot to move into the top 6. Anglace is like Superman, cape out. He is running strong. Look at Mabrino. Bottom shot move to David Arute. They cling and they clang as they rumble off turn number 4, and David Arute just doesn't give up. He doesn't fold to the pressure at all in the battle for second.
And Mabrino is not stopping as he is trying to tsunami his way. Underneath the 75 car, here comes Farino right behind him. So right now, David Arute trying to get down low. What about Vinnie Anglace? Remember in qualifying tonight, that car went out of here on a double hook.
It sure did, but now it is hooked up on the racetrack itself. Farino has moved into 3rd, David Arute back to 4th, Joseph Graff for 5, and here comes Keith Caruso. Meanwhile, it appears that car 28, the Wizialko machine, is down on pit road. It is still Jay Goff, the leader of the pack. Fastest car on the racetrack, 20.100. Tony Mabrino, he turned that time on the last circuit, up on the outside. Mabrino, a chip off the old block. A wheelman gives Goff a run for the money for the lead down in turn 1.
They fireball their way into the corner. Goff holding on by a fingernail, but here comes Hollywood. Red carpet ride for the 44. He moves into the lead on lap number 9.
Here comes Joey Farino. David Arute isn't done yet. Keith Caruso, 6 cars under a blanket at the point. Mabrino, Goff is hunting him down. Meanwhile, Joseph Graff gets bounced to the bottom of the top 6. Here comes Caruso, high, wide, and handsome on the outside.
And Caruso has some leverage as they rocket their way off the corner. The man to the inside is Graff in car number 2. And Graff is trying to wear out Keith Caruso, and that is almost impossible to do.
Look at David Arute. He continues to dig hard and dig deep in the outside lane. White and blue, Big Hoss racing car, all over Joey Farino. Here comes Joseph Graff again. Here comes Caruso again. But Membrino leads him 11 laps in of 20. Fastest car in the racetrack now, not your leader, car number 06, Keith Caruso, 20.036. Currently running in the 5th spot.
A challenge for 3rd and 4th again, shaping up between Joey Farino and the black and orange 87, and David Arute in the Big House Racing number 75. Sparks are flying from the 87 car.
Tempers will flare, sparks will fly. Meanwhile, Farino still holds on for 3rd. Here comes Keith Caruso again. Outside of Joseph Graff, they rumble off turn number 4. It is still a battle between Farino and Arute for that 3rd position, and a great battle between Joseph Graff and this Caruso car number 06.
What a solid job for Jay Goff. He is trying for his 2nd podium of the season, but now Farino is in the neighborhood in car number 87. Farino has to worry about David Arute behind him, and definitely Jay Goff in front of him.
There's no question about it as they work their magic down the backstretch. Membrino still the leader. From the starter stand, the high 5. 5 circuits remaining in this event. Leader is still Membrino, but the story of this event is a battle for 2nd, and the combination is 6 cars running for the same airspace on the racetrack. Here comes Farino. Joey Farino has moved into 2nd, forcing Goff up the hill. Here comes David Arute. He's back on the podium.
Arute had the opening, and he is able to slash his way into 3rd. Graff getting underneath Jay Goff. And Graff is in 4th, and Goff, who was in 2nd a few moments ago, is now fighting for survival in the top 5.
It's not over with yet. This time they click off lap number 17. 3 circuits remaining as they work their magic. Leader of the pack is still Membrino. 2nd spot is still Farino, but David Arute is working him over, and now Joseph Graff has worked his way into the top 4. Popsicle sticks are up. Membrino, like days of old, been there and done that. He's the dominant car up front.
Now we learned last week, Joseph Graff at car number 2. He has a pretty furious finishing kick. Let's see if he can use it against David Arute. That is a battle for the final rung on the podium. But here is Tony Membrino dazzling the field. 1 lap separates him and another dominating victory.
There is 1 circuit remaining. Membrino is all by himself at the front of the field. The story is not the same for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Final time through turn number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, checkered flag is out. Membrino will take down the win. Joey Farino will finish in 2nd. David Arute on the podium for 3rd. Joseph Graff for 4th. And he's in Napa victory lane again, followed by Joey Farino and David Arute, who earned their fight to be on the podium here tonight. So we'll direct our attention trackside as John Gates is waiting for Membrino to get out of that race car. A very familiar sight, John, in the winner's circle here at Stafford.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The number 44 car back in victory lane. Safety gear coming off of the Tony Membrino Jr. machine here. Getting his Napa victory lane hat on. And out of the race car now. Here he is, folks. He can hear you. Tony Membrino Jr. And he gets a shower of water here. And I tell you, that has to feel good on a hot night. But Tony, man, good run tonight. You guys, you had to get to the outside lane to get to the lead. And I tell you, that was a good race right there.
I mean, if you want to serve me a good lane on a silver platter, just give me the outside. I just love putting this car out there. She goes real good, and my dad, Ed Flemke, my TMR guys do a great job hooking her up so she can work on the top and the bottom, and I can't thank them enough for everything they do. I got to thank, I'm out of breath, a little under the weather, trying to stand straight. I got to thank my sponsors for everything they do also. Additive Manufacturing of New England, CWPM, Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair, Manili's Banquet and Catering, Mohawk Northeast, FK Rod Ends, Goodrich, Minuteman Press, Raceworks chassis for win number 11 on the year. TA engines, Magnus transmissions, just everybody that helps on this team. This is unreal. And like my father said, hopefully this is the first leg of the sweep for the weekend. We're going to go try to repeat a Watford tomorrow.
There he is, folks. Tony Membrino, 11 victories, and I'll tell you what, he has got these SK lights figured out. What a race, what a run. Tony Membrino back in victory lane. Let's go talk to our next two finishers with John Delfino.
Thanks, John. I'm here with Joey Farino. Here he comes, here he comes. Joey, you had a first place finish here last week. Strong finish here for second. What's led to your success?
Just that for them, all my guys put in this crew. Paul French never gives up on it. He spends every night tinkering with the thing. Gino, RH2 radios, he helped me out with some tires this week. Obviously that transmission from Jeff Pearl's unbeatable on restarts. I just got to thank everyone that helps me out. RH2, I forgot Dave Stevens last week, Stevens Ductwork. Definitely got to thank Kurt D'Addario's Auto Service, Donnie from Rad. Got to thank Dan Petrovsky. M&S Products, Pinto Manufacturing, just, everybody that helps me out. Big Frank, Dean, Debbie, Cafazzo, Greg, Cop John, just a great big group of people helping everybody out. Got to thank the fans for coming out, the Roots for giving us a good place to race, on-time accounting, Dunn Levies, Mayberry, just all the contingencies that help make this, keep going week to week, and, just a good thing happening.
Congratulations, Joey. Your second place finish.
You're always here.
Now here with David Arute. Dave, your brother was here earlier. Now you're on the podium in third. You had a little rough spot. You were in first. You fell back, but you came back, and now you placed at third. What happened here tonight?
His car was a little tight on the center there. Was trying to catch him there on the outside. It was just a little rough. Joey got squirrely a few times, and I might have gotten to his right rear nerf bar there, but I'm on the outside of it. Nothing I can do there. Awesome that Brian got his first win here. Pretty cool to have my brother finish second, and now I finished third, which was a few more spots ahead. But I got to thank my sponsors, USA Hauling, On Time Accounting for coming on board, Olson Apartments, BA Museo, Rad Auto Machine, and New England Race Fuel for all the help they've given me this whole year.
Congratulations, Dave. Dave Arute, third place finish here in tonight's race. Back to you guys in the tower.
Well, congratulations.